Hello, my lovely Aquarians. This is your reading for the week of May 12th, or whenever you see this and it resonates with you. Now, so the first thing that I saw when I started reading was you with a choir behind you. And I don't want to say it's a choir of angels, but let's just say it's a holy choir. And what I'm getting with that is the phrase, I sing the body electric. Now, it's not the poem by Walt Whitman. It is the song out of Flashdance. And I could never remember the words, so I looked them up. And what strikes me as absolutely the right thing for you is the bridge, not the bridge, the verse. I sing the body electric. I celebrate the me and to come. I toast to my own reunion, when I become one with the sun. And I feel that is about you to a T. And it's beautiful. Check it out. It's I Sing the Body Electric from Flashdance. And you can check out the lyrics. They're very beautiful. It's talking about we are the emperors now, we are the czars, and in time we will all be stars. Of course, we're talking about, it's a show about a performance academy. But what it's really about, in my opinion, is the transition that we make from just our living human lives to understanding at a very deep kinesthetic body sense level that we are already one with the sun. We are already one with the universe. And what I feel you're being told here is keep moving forward. Because what I'm getting here is that for some of you, there is a sense almost of having great ideas for future possibilities, but you're not entirely sure how that's going to play out based on present events that are happening right now. And that sometimes it's as though you have all of this great momentum towards where you want to go. But then worry gets in the way. And in that worry, you forget that there is help from above. You forget that there is divine timing. And you forget that, oh my God, Aquarius, you are so connected to that. And you are so much part of that, a part of where this world needs to go. And again, not just those of you who are doing, humanitarian works and things of that nature, but where you are committing to living the quality of life you wish to live, because that in itself is so incredibly powerful for everybody around you in your life and for the energetic matrix that you are part of. Because Aquarius, oh man. Okay, so we all know the age of Aquarius coming, but how does that happen? We're not actually officially in it yet, but how does that happen, and why has that been a statement of almost a golden age to come? It's because, Aquarius, when you are really living from your authentic self, when you are really living from that place of honoring who you are and moving beyond the roles that you've been sculpted into by society, which, by the way, is a part of the process of growth, so it's not a criticism, that's where you start really tapping into that profound energy of the universe. Now, what I see as I'm doing the cards here is, and I have to go back because they're reminding me of this, the body electric. What is the body electric? Well, let's just look at this from a really practical point of view. I think this is talking about your physical energy, your emotional energy, and how it's affecting how you're living in your body, how it's affecting how you're living in your world. And that when we are not, when we are not living authentically, what does that mean? When we are not living from a place of knowing what is right for us, when we turn our back on that, we burden ourselves energetically in a way where it will often play out physically. We are an energetic system. We are an electrical system. So you're being asked, look at this. Look at where your body has been speaking to you. There's a wonderful book that I've just recently been reminded of by a psychologist named Gabor Mate, M-A-T-E. He's Canadian, and he's brilliant. And he talks about the effect of the emotions on the physiology of the body. And I think his first book was something, The Body Doesn't Lie, or something like that. But check it out if you're interested. He's got tons of stuff on YouTube as well. The thing is, we need to be right in our heart in order to be right in our bodies. We need to be truthful to ourselves about what is good and what is right for us. And we can worry, we can worry about a lot of things in terms of other people and how we make choices and how it's going to affect them. But a lot of times what's holding us back is more a sense of shame or embarrassment, or sometimes shame is too hard a word, but when we've been trained to be the caretakers of people and we suddenly change that pattern, that's a really hard pattern to change without feeling as though that we're letting people down and we're somehow shameful or bad, not good in some way. And that can really prevent us from sometimes making the changes because we believe that's the truth. But that truth is coming from an emotional pattern that is part of our physiology and part of our chemistry now, that has told us that's what we needed to do to survive. It's not necessarily the truth anymore. So you're being really asked to look at that. You're being asked to look at, where does that come from? Where in the past were you shaped into giving up on what is good for you in order to be there for someone else? And how long did you do it for? How long have you done it for? And what emotions are you building up around that? Because if you're denying the fact that you have discomfort, resentment, and sometimes it's to yourself too. Sometimes it's not to anybody else. Sometimes other people aren't involved. It's about how you're choosing to live your life. That it's important for you to really look at that and say, where do I want to go with that? Because Aquarius, you have got capacity to really channel such an amazing divine energy. I mean, the reality is we all do, but you're Aquarian. We are talking about the age of Aquarius coming. And we're talking about that for a reason, because you have a capacity to channel great energy to this world. You first need to let it be in you. Okay? You're being asked here, do you want the problem or do you want the solution? Okay? So whenever you find yourself going over something in your head or complaining about something to somebody, what you're doing is you're entrenching more of that energy, and you're actually almost giving yourself permission not to let go of whatever the situation is that's holding you back. So instead, what you can say is, well, honestly, do I want the problem? And maybe you do, because maybe you don't want to change things yet. But maybe you do want the solution, but because you don't see it, you just go back to what the problem is and you analyze the problem thinking that's going to give you the solution. What that does is it just really entrenches you more in that energy, that contracted energy. So what you're being asked to do here is look at the patterns, see where it comes from. Identify what part of you is holding you in that pattern, because it's always a part of you that's holding you in it. And now you're being asked grace. Look at grace. Grace is a smooth, easy, peaceful, and supportive quality. It flows naturally into us and through us. It's an experience of letting the benevolent universe take us through our movements and guide us with a loving hand. Notice the feeling quality of this description and return to it today every time you're about to think about anything, or at any point in the day when you find yourself feeling stressed and thinking too much, okay? Focusing on the problem. Lean into the benevolent universe. What is grace? Think of grace really literally as the divine energy of the universe going, yo, it's okay. You can relax. We've got answers for you. Just rest for a little Just rest in knowing that we've got you, that we are part of you, that you are part of us, and that there's a new way to evolve here. Shame is, no, we don't need shame. It's not a worthy emotion. It's not something that you want to live in. You don't want to have shame shaping your choices, because they will always then be below you. All right? Worry goes along with problem or solution. A worried state prevents access to deeper thoughts, to creative inspiration, or connection to deeper emotion. Answers come once the nervous system relaxes and the mind clears. It's in these moments that the creative, intuitive mind communicates solutions from beyond the realm of fear-based desperation and logical deduction. Okay? This is really clear. So for whoever this is relevant for, I think you've got your answers right here. And with a lot of support and love. Again, not with the pressure because you're Aquarian and you must be evolved in order for you to do great things in the world, but because the ultimate goal is to listen to the song, The Age of Aquarius. It is beautiful, it's rhythmic, it's moving, it's about expansion. It's not about work, it's not about struggle. Okay? It's a great energy. And Aquarian, it's you. It's who you are. It's who you are. So settle into it. Move into that. Let the worry and the shame go, because that's not the essential nature of who you are. I leave you with that, my dears. Take care.